Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the Max and you're back from the video. Today we are back with our week 3 battle for the PMU Gold, aka or the Pokemon Masters United Gold. We are facing Arcanite, our good friend Arcanite, and the San Antonio Victreebels. Make sure to go check them out in the description below. This is an interdivision match, so I am pretty stoked for it. We will be battling him again in the season, obviously, and also he is one of 4 teams in total. We're one of them also that are undefeated right now. We're both 2-0. The other 2 are Seabass and Panther, who are also actually facing this week. So there will only be 2 teams after this week that are 3-0. So that'll be fun. We're going to go over the team that we brought versus him in a second. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here. We got a specially defensive Rotomosh. We have a Lucario, a Life Orb Lucario. Basically it's meant to maybe agility sweep late game. We got a offensive Weavile with the Fine MZ for his Mega Weavile. Or not Mega Weavile, Mega Heracross. We have a Scarf Victini, Adamant. We have a Specs Noivern, and we have a physically defensive Brindleberry Donphan. I'm usually a very passive player. Usually like bringing a lot of defensive and like 1 or 2 basically wall breakers. But this game we're bringing a lot more wall breakers because things such as some threats from the team, such as the Mega Heracross, none of my walls can just like sit through it. So we just kind of had to bring offense compared to his offense. So hopefully it works out. He didn't breathe the dumbass. I'm so happy. Wait, am I happy? Yes, I am happy because I'm gonna let you know. Let me write down his team real quick. Chansey, Landorus. This is a really interesting team. I did not expect some of these mons. Lycan Rock, Day, Grand. But he didn't bring Mega Hair. What the fuck, Arky? What is wrong with you? Okay then. It was between either for me, Del or Tangela to deal with his Delmise, or Donphan just to have something, just to have hazard removal on my team, and I'm glad he didn't end up bringing it. He doesn't have any hazard removal on his team. So once I set up rocks with Wombo, I think I have rocks on Wombo, right? No, I don't. So that sucks. I did expect the Lycan Rock though, because Excel Rock really does hurt my team a lot, other than like the Donphan. And the Fire Fang really does hurt my Lucario. So I'm glad we have Donphan. I feel like he could definitely lead off with plenty of different mons, although I think leading off with my well, I don't really have enough time to swap to Overwatch. I really kind of wanted to lead off with Overwatch, although I don't have Volt Switch, so I guess it's fine that we didn't lead off with it. Good luck to Arky. This is going to be a really, really good match. I'm hyped for it myself. Let's see what he decided to lead off with here. I got his team right there. His Zmon is Volcanion. That's his Zmon that he can use right now. His other one is Haxorus, but obviously he didn't bring it. So let me just mark that down, Z, so I don't forget that. He can lead off with Alakazam, which is kind of what I expected because he did lead off with that in one of his other league matches, or not league matches, but yeah, I guess league matches, but like one of his other matches. Let's just say his Life Orb, level 50 versus my Donphan. I really wish I led off with something else now. Wombo. I can live an Energy Ball for sure. And knockoff's Okoing. So I'm just gonna go for the knockoff here. That Lycan Rock is gonna become a problem though if I let my Wombo get too weak here. So I'm hoping he opts for the Energy Ball. He actually might be Sash lead, and if he is, that's a little bit better for me because Energy Ball is then doing less than half. And I can always Ice Shard the following turn. I kind of hope he swaps out. I really would like to get my Wamba High to deal with that Lycanroc, because I know it can be a threat, especially since my what's my thing called? My Rotom is specially defensive this week instead of physically defensive. Yeah, Stone Edge is doing a hell of a lot of damage depending on his set. Although he is base 112, although a Cell Rock is doing a lot to me. How much is it doing to, say, my Weavile? Not my Weavile. My Victini. It's doing a lot. How much is it doing to my Weavile? He's gonna go for the Energy Ball here. It should be doing like less than half, depending on his set. It did just about half. This knockoff should do a good amount. It should bring him down to Sash or just kill him depending on his spread. Oh, I just kill. Cool. So down goes the Zam, which is good for me. It was actually Scarf Zam. That's pretty heat. I like that. And the Jobarky. I like that. That's a cool set. Okay, so Donphan kills Alakazam via knockoff. What is he going to here? He goes into Shinron, the big boy. I think I'm gonna swap out here for sure. I think Rotomosh is my safest switch into this thing, so I'm just gonna go into Rotomosh here. HP Grass, I'm pretty sure only does like 30% to this thing, or I mean to my Rotom if he brought that. If he's backs and he goes for he's doing a lot to me. Although I could always wait. Am I really bringing Will-O-Wisp on this one? I thought he brought Thunder Wave. Oh well. I guess that's fine. I do want to keep this thing around for the knockoff. Finding MZ useful at all? Not at all. That kind of sucks. We can go for the Steam Eruption so we can see what kind of spread he is, like item wise, based on how much damage that does, and that does really little. He's gonna get the burn, which is fine, I guess. 20% is what he did with the Steam Eruption, so 20%. That has to be like no attack investment whatsoever. Maybe he's like max special defense AV. I'm not sure. I think here just going for the Thunderbolt, no matter how predictable it is a safe play. If he decides to go into his Landorus, I'll Hydro Pump. If he wants to keep swapping around, I can just Pain Split at some point. Let me write down that though. That Volcanion. Well, I need to write down first that his Alakazam's dead. And then Volcanion has basically no attack, or no, he doesn't have any speed investment either. That is like 30% maybe? I get the Para. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Arky. You can go for the Sludge Wave here. So let me write down Sludge Wave, and the Sludge Wave and the Steam Eruption is the AV. It might be AV, which I could see that. AV specially defensive. So yeah, I think it's like max Spadef AV. That would be my guess. So he's like at 2/3 of his health. So I don't think he stays in here. I really don't. I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump. If he stays in, he can get the Water Absorb and they'll Pain Split, and I'll get myself all the way back up to full again. So I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump. He definitely could go into Chansey, which would be a, yeah, he can go into Chansey here. So I kind of predicted that. I didn't say I predicted it, but I kind of knew that would be his play. That did about 15%. This thing's obviously gonna be Eviolite, so. Chansey. Is he Fizzidef or Spidef? I want to say it's too early to call right now. Nah, he's definitely Fizz Def. Therefore, I'm going to be doing a lot of damage with the Pain Split right now, so I'm going to opt to do that. He can't toxic me, which is nice. So I'm going to go for the Pain Split here. It's going to bring me all the way back up to full, so he's like at a good amount. You go for the Seismic Toss here, which is going to do 50 my health, obviously, because that's what it does. So he's probably at what? How much health? I don't know. I'd say 60% right now. 60% with Seismic. He either goes for Wish here, or he goes for Soft Boil. Either way, he goes for like a recovery move. And I feel like right now going into Downy and like going for Agility wouldn't be a bad play. How much is a Zen Headbutt doing to this thing, Chansey? That's not what I wanted. Lucario. Zen Headbutt's not doing a lot. I really do just have to click Close Combat. Or what's my other options? I could go into my Victini, but I think he can just kinda stall me out, because I don't think Victreebels will be doing the damage I want. So I'm actually just gonna go into Downy here, I think. No, I'm gonna go into Donphan and knock off, right? I think that's my play. Yeah, I'm going to Wombo knockoff. I'm gonna go into Wombo knockoff the CV Light right now. Because if I do, well, that's great. I knock off this thing. Eviolite no longer as healthy, or not healthy, but as bulky as it can be. If he swaps, I knock off an item on his Mon. If he goes a Volcanion because of the paralysis, actually, I don't think he had any. Is my Rotomosh, is it faster than my Donphan? More than likely. Yeah, but thanks to the paralysis, I can outspeed it and I can EQ it the following turn. So I think I'm just gonna go for the knockoff here, just to get off some nice damage and maybe knock off this Eviolite right now. He can withdraw though, which I thought he would. You can go into, I want to say the Grample. Yeah, basic Carson. Yeah, I'd say that's Carson. How much is this doing to it? Did like, I don't know, not much. He had leftovers though. My Donphan knockoff. Yeah, he's probably like physically defensive. I don't really want to stay in and take an EQ. We're not taking EQ, but like go for EQ because it's not doing much to it. Well, I don't really have a switch into this thing. I really need to keep this thing healthy. I don't think he goes for Thunder Wave. Let's just get rid of this Scar or this Intimidate so that it doesn't think he still has it on me. Let's go Calc Victini maybe. I don't kill it. Do I go into Noivern and make the biggest ballsy play of my life? I feel like he just goes for Play Rough though. And if that's the case, Rotomosh. Player of Okos, and I feel like he definitely could just go for that right now. Player of isn't doing a lot to my Rotom, even if I'm special defensive, so I'm just gonna go into Rotom here. I'll make that play. You can go for the Brick Break, predicting my Lucario. So I could have gone into. I think I want to go into Noivern though, because I don't think anything on his team takes a Hurricane. Chansey definitely does though. I didn't see how much that player off did. I'm just gonna go for the Pain Split here, because I'm at low HP, just to get some. Actually, I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. I am going to get the Will-O-Wisp. If it lands, okay, it's gonna swamp. gonna go into Shinron here, which kind of sucks. I kind of wish I went for the Pain Split, but it's fine. Gramble took like 5%, which actually kind of matters, so I better mark that down. And I think he had Play Rough is what he went for. I wasn't paying attention to what sucks. How much does Noivern do to my Chansey? I know it's not going to be much, but yeah, it's going to do about 20%. See, I don't really have a I wouldn't say I don't have a switcher for this thing, but I don't really have like a preferred thing. I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump here, knowing I can live a hit, so that I can Pain Split the following turn. I'm gonna Pain Split the following turn in order to get my thing all the way back up to full. He doesn't. All his mons are at really high HP amounts. So 560. I don't know. So that means like I could just go for a Pain Split here, and I could just get like HP off of anything he wants to swap in here. It doesn't matter what he goes into. Like I'm getting HP off of something. Chansey, if he goes Landorus, you know, it's not taking. I can take a hit after the Pain Split, and I'm Hydro Pumping the thing. He goes Chansey, I'm taking a lot of HP from it. He goes Lycanroc, might be in a little bit of a tough spot. I'm gonna go for the Pain Split though. So no, I'm getting a lot of HP back. He's about at 98 now. He's about just under half. Cool. What's that big boy called right there? It is called a Volcanion. I don't know why I was blanking out on that, but I was. I'm at like 98, I think it was. Meaning he's at 52%. I think I'll just go for the Thunderbolt and then follow up with the Pain Split. Right? Because he's not invested at all in attack. So Sludge Wave's doing like 36, what I'm at right now. He could kill me, although I don't think he does. I think it's in my favor to live. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt here. Cool. I'm just going to try to weaken this thing. We got a crit? Nice. I just hacks the hell out of Arky. Arky does get a lot of hacks versus him. I will admit that. Although that kind of sucked. Because I really... I don't know. I guess it didn't suck. That rip Arky though. Rotom Wash kills Volcanion via Thunderbolt. So rip Arky. Okay, so we're up 6-4. Fainted. Reno versus Volcanion. Okay, cool. Does he? What is this? This thing? It kind of scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it kills me though. Landorus Therian or Incarnate. Let's just say his Life Orb because that's kind of one of the worst case scenarios. Rotom Wash. Rotom Overwash. That's not the right Overwash. That one. If I'm at 61 health, that's 39. I mean, I could live a Rock Slide, but if you use Fizz Def, then I can't. If he's BUF with hidden power grass, I die guaranteed. So I really need to get pain split from something. I feel like he goes rock slide here. I really need to keep Wombo around for the Lycan rock. As weird as it is to say, I don't think I need Victini as much. So I'm gonna go into Victini on the rock slide. Do I live one? Cause I know he has a cell rock. I know he has a cell rock on the Lycan rock. There's no way he didn't bring it. Rock slide. I live one. Actually, that's if he's BUF. Oh shit. I'm actually running out of time. I live one. I'm pretty sure I live one. And then I could V-create the following turn. So let's do that. I'm gonna go into Victini here. And we're gonna see what he does. I'm actually kind of curious myself what he does here. They have a sludge wave. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that, but cool. They brought me down to 115 health. 63. That's 737 health or percent. Which is more or less what it should have done if he's Jolly Life Orb. With no special attack investment. V-create Okos here. Now me think switch into one, except for like the Gramble, I think. If he's Fizz Def, how does Gramble take it? I don't think it takes two. It's definitely going to be kind of a rule, but I don't think I'm going to chance it anyways. So I'm just going to click V-create though. Either way. Nothing really appreciates the hit. So I'm actually mark down Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave. Because I don't think I need Victini. Lucario is kind of there for the chansey. I'm going to go for the V-create here. I'm going to be Scarfed, and this should okay the Landorus. Unless he's like a Sash. Yeah, Sash. Unless that was... No, that was... He just lived on 1 HP. He can go for Earth Power, so... That... sucks. Was he really just... I really want to know what his set was. Let's just say he had 4 HP to make it odd. A V-create was in my favor to go kill it. Like 100%. So he may have just gotten this roll to kill me. That's really annoying. If he did. Although, to be fair, I have gotten some hacks versus him. So, I guess it's only right. Although it may have been in his favor, and because he may have more HP than I may know, so I'm not gonna make any wild assumptions yet. So Landorus Incarnate kills Victini via Earth Power. As for my switch in here, do I go offset here? I like to switch in offset. I think I'm gonna go into offset here, because I doubt he's saved this thing, but he definitely could. Look at that, 1%. Get my pressure off, and I'm just gonna go for the knockoff here. I don't think he really goes in anything else. I could go for the Ice School Crash, but I don't want to risk the miss. I'm actually gonna go for the Scramble Defensive versus a Weavile. Level 50. Ice School Crash isn't doing a lot. I'm just gonna go for the knockoff. Why not? He's gonna withdraw. He's gonna save it, which is smart. He's gonna go into basic Carson, which is kind of what I thought. It's only gonna do like maybe 15%, so that sucks for me. Yeah, that's about what it should have done. I'm not doing a lot. Oh, now what I go into? Didn't he go for something for like Downy? Didn't he go for like Fire Punch? I don't remember. I'm gonna go into what? I don't have a switching for this thing, really. Let's get rid of this Intimidate. What if I were to go into Downy, the big boy, the Lucario? Then Headbutt isn't doing a lot, whereas EQ and Play Rough are really hurting my team. I think going to Overwatch here. I feel like there's no reason not to click Play Rough though. Yes, I have to keep Lucario. Offset's great because it outspeeds his entire team. I don't need Overwatch in particular. So I think I'm gonna swap in Overwatch and let it go down. I like keeping Dolphin because it's a switch into Lycanroc and it has Ice Shard for the Landers Incarnate. So I'm gonna keep Dolphin around. I'm gonna sack off my Overwatch. You can go for the Brick. That's what he went for earlier. Yeah, that's what he went for. I'm gonna go for the not Will-O-Wisp, the Hydro Pump here, because I feel like he might predict me to go for a Pain Split, and plus just getting a lot of damage off on this Gramble would be very, very nice. There's no way out speeds me. He's gonna withdraw. Tell me he goes into Landers. Nice. So I predicted that. Just please land. Fuck, man. Are you kidding me? Come on, like that mattered a lot more than the Thunderous or the Volcanion crit. Like it really did. Dude, this thing should be dead. My Rotom would have easily dealt with this Volcanion even if I didn't get the Thunderbolt off. Like this thing should be dead right now. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Oh my god, that's stupid. I mean, I guess I was gonna sack it off anyways. I'm gonna go for the knockoff, so I'm glad I didn't go into Noivern. That's stupid, man. Must be a knockoff. Oh my gosh. And now what? I like to switch it into Downy. And then just going for the Zen Headbutt. Because I have Justified. Oh, wait, no, that's Justified. That's not what I thought it was. That's not Defiant. Am I running Justified over Defiant? Do you even get Defiant? Okay, no, you don't. Okay. So now what do I go into? I think I'm going to Blackie and U-turn here. I'm going to Blackie and U-turn. Oh my god, that really did matter a lot. I'm gonna first get Yachi. Okay, so it's Yachi Berry, not Life Orb. Not like it matters now, but it's whatever. I feel like he's gonna go swap into Chansey here. Therefore, that's why I'm going for the U-turn. I could go for the switcheroo, but if he stays in, then my Noivern basically dies for nothing. So I'm actually gonna go for the U-turn here. If he swaps into Chansey, then cool. If he doesn't and he stays in, Landers is dead. Oh my god, that sucks a lot for me. That matters, I think, a lot more than the Para did. Because yeah, I would have had to take like one more Sludge Wave, but I still would have lived it. And I had a lot of different mons I could go for the Pain Split on, including Chansey, Lycanroc, and Gramble. That just really sucks for me. Because now, basically, I have to make this, I had to go into this Noivern play, whereas this thing would be dead, and then he would have to go into either like Lycanroc, and then I could let my Rotomosh go down there. If you went to lycanRoc or Gramble, I'd let my Rotomosh go down, or as I go for like a Will-O-Wisp or something, and if you had went into Chansey, I could have gotten a Pain Split off and just let my Rotomosh just kind of be alive again. So that really did just kind of change the game up for me. I'm definitely gonna have to play it a little bit different than what I would have liked to play it. Gonna U-turn out here, so I'm gonna kill this Landorus. Cool. This thing deserves to be dead. Should have been dead last turn. Oh my god. What did I go into? I think I go into Wombo here. Because if I go into anything else, he's gonna go into his lycanRoc. And lycanRoc then puts a big hole into my team. Noivern kills Landorus Incarnate via U-turn. Never picked up the first kill. Its first kill of the season. This thing's dead. That's stupid, man. And then he got that possible roll too. What do I switch in on a Gramble? I don't have a switch in. I really don't. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna go. If I stay in an EQ here and let myself go down, then I can go into Blackie and I can go for a Hurricane. If I go for the Hurricane, I kill this thing. If he goes into Chansey, I can go into Downy in close combat. We're going to offset. I feel like you have to go for the play rough here, so I'm going to just stay in, and I'm just going to go for the EQ. Yeah, I'm going to go for the EQ here. It should do like maybe 20%. That does no damage. You can go for the Ice Punch here. So I'm glad I didn't go into Noivern. That's really one of the plays I wanted to make, but I really didn't want to risk it. I'm just going to continue to go for an EQ here. Why isn't it doing level 50? Why does Gramble have Corrosion? Intimidate. Yeah, EQ should have done about 20%. So it's about 60%. I'm gonna go for another EQ. Should bring him down to about half or so. We'll go for the Ice Punch and kill here. Now I'm gonna live. Cool. We can go for another EQ, and now this thing's extremely weakened. Which is kind of really what I wanted. Doesn't really have a switch in for this. Does lycanRoc live a hit, even if I'm -1 at EQ with an EQ? I kill with an Ice Shard plus EQ. He's just gonna stay in though, and it's gonna kill me here. So he's about at 25%. Let's go for that Ice Punch. So Gramble kills Donphan via Ice Punch. So Gramble picks up a kill on my Donphan. And now what do? I could go into offset here. Just say Gramble here, Fizz Def. Let's get rid of its Intimidate because it's not going to factor in on me. If I go Weavile here, my Icicle Crash can kill. And he doesn't have a switch in. Because lycanRoc dies, right? No, it doesn't. But then I don't have a switch in afterwards. Does Noivern kill with a Does Downy kill the Zen headbutt to this Grand Bull. Let me get rid of the intimidate. More than likely not. It really does depend on rolls, and I would rather not risk that because I like to get my Downy at full so that I can live a Fire Fang. Therefore, I think I'm gonna swap into my Noivern and go for the Hurricane. Yeah, I'm gonna go into. No. I'm going to offset. I'm going to offset. Ice will crash a kill. Not much else you can do. If you let this thing go down, that's best case for me, I think. Cool, I land, and this should pick up the KO. This should definitely pick up the KO here. Cool. So this thing's dead. Fainted. Oh my god, this sucks. That killed my mood. Weavile kills Grand Bull via icicle crash. Grand Bull now dead. Boom. So we are up 2-3. His swapping is, yeah, lycanROC, which is kind of what I thought. I let myself go down here, 100%. I let myself go down here. Because the Cellrock I don't think is killing, even if you use Life Orb. Let me see, Weavile. Cellrock doesn't pick up the KO. And Brick Break or Knockoff. I want to go for the Knockoff, I think. It's the better play. It's going to be doing a lot to him, so I'm going to go for the Knockoff here. I'm outspeed, and I'm just going to get a lot of damage off. I'm going to knock off the Life Orb, and you can go for the Stone Edge, and I'm going to avoid. Rip Arky. Rip Arky. I'm just going to click another knockoff here. And that should seal up the game, honestly. He's going to go for the Cellrock here. I should be able to take the hit. I'm just going to go for the knockoff here. Boom. Cool. This thing's dead. And that should be the game. Very hacks filled. That's what you get when you battle Arky. Whether it's against him or for him, you know, there's always a lot of hacks. Like you can even ask him. Like, I'm not being like really like triggered or anything. Like, there really is a lot of hacks when you battle him. So Weavile kills lycanROC Day via Stone Edge, and I think going into Blackie. No. I'm just gonna go into Downy. I'm gonna conserve the diff. Sorry to do that to him, but I feel like the differential is very, very important. So I'm gonna swap out here into Downy, and we'll see what happens here. Cool. So I can take 3 of them. So I could just go for the close combat here. It should be fine. So this should be the end of the game. Yeah, he's gonna live one, of course, which is fine since I don't think he has anything to kill me. He could go for counter here, though. Actually, if he goes for counter, I'm gonna be really, really annoyed. Okay, cool. Lucario kills Chansey via close combat. And GG to Arky. Obviously, there's a lot of hacks. I am sorry for the hacks I got against you. I don't think the Stone Edge at the end mattered, only because Noivern lived in a Cellrock and revenged. Lucario lived the Fire Fang and revenged, or Brick Break, you know, either or. I definitely think the earlier hacks, though, the hacks earlier in game when it came to my Thunderbolt, critting, and you missing the Hydro Pump, me getting the paralysis I would say kind of mattered a little bit. You didn't get fully paired, which is good. But I'm really sorry about the hacks. Look what we face later in the season, so hopefully all goes well. Your Austin A-Palms move on to 3-0 plus 3. Who did we face last week? Northern's 4, 7 plus 7. And yeah. Next week I believe we face either Seabass or Carson. Seabass is 2-0, maybe 3-0, maybe 2-1 after this week 3 match. Carson, it's gonna be like either 1 or 2 or 2-1, somewhere around there. Like I said, GG to Carson, or not to Carson, GG to Arky. Make sure to check him out in the description below. Sorry for the hacks, my man. Make sure you go check it out though in the description below. Make sure you go check him out. Make sure you go check out the PMU Twitter. Make sure you go check out Kurt, aka Point Blank, his stuff, because he's the commissioner. His stuff is in there. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe to support your Buffalo Drills. I said Austin A-Palms earlier, I just realized that, but make sure to support your Buffalo Drills, as we are trying to win our first championships in a league, so make sure to check to support us. But anyways guys, this has been the Shitty Mexican. I'm out. Peace.